Photo pour so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo pour so photogenic. All my life I've been a go-getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast, the 6.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. So, Charles, you look at this offense. What a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Purdy looking to throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now a first carry here for Robinson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
It was a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw here. It's caught. Lockett. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. We're able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the third down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the first down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the first down. Excellent tackling right there.
And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Purdy completes it to the tight end Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
2nd down and 3. McCaffrey on the counter. And some space here. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. Calais Campbell on the stop. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Purdy bootlegging it. And Thomas has it. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On second down, McCaffrey. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Touchdown! George Kittle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. This complete to Lockett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The Falcons at 2-3 here to begin the new season. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. but that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now back to throw. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. That's out wide here for Robinson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Purdy. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Purdy now to throw off the play action. To the right side and complete to Thomas. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Quick slant to Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in a field goal range now at the 27-yard line.
It's a game play, and the 49ers first down.
4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
2nd and 11. can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's fourth down.
He's one of the bigger receivers in the game, CD, and his size that time certainly helped against double coverage.
Yeah, you're still at a little bit of a disadvantage when you're going against multiple defenders when they're trying to...
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. There's Purdy on 1st and 10.
That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. And that's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him. An incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
He will push his way down to about the 14. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And this one is right through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
So the lead extended. I think at this point you say, hey, defense, take us to the end.
Well, if I got some good music to put to that, I could have a good country hit. I like the way you express yourself there. I think the offense has done enough so far. But like you say, if your defense is only giving up 3 points, it makes it a lot easier to settle for field goals on this side of the ball.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on 1st down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Mike 51, Mike 51. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Shot 17. Ready?
2nd and 5. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the 1st.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They're going to look to throw.
That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Back to throw again. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it. Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Purdy now to throw.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action.
We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Back to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Robinson. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, 28 yards. And the Falcons are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
They'll let Robinson try and run. And he'll get in for the 2 points as that'll cut the lead down from 11 to 9. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. And this offense on third down today, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 8. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And complete to Drake London. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are right back in this football game. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw here. This is caught by Robinson. Room here to run. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3. Eluding the pressure right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Robinson. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. He'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Falcons. From 3 yards out. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Coup for the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. So down only 2 now. Still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. More minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different, but ultimately time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short, and they hold on to win this by just one possession.
Not the fourth quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.
So for the Niners, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.